People of God, I'm excited about this one, man. Welcome back to the Green Room. Put some chapstick on. And today is a special day, because I'm going to have one of my favorites. Everybody who knows me knows this young lady is one of my all-time favorites. So, if it's your first time to the Green Room, welcome. We do this every Friday. Man, and we're like rocking now. What up, Courtney Beard? I think this is like episode 5. So we've had a ton of people on already. And today's going to be a very fun day. So I pray your week is going great. It's a lot of noise out here in these streets. It's a lot of turmoil. But today we have come that you may have joy. Enjoy more abundantly. So I'm excited, man. Let's see what is going on in the world of Dr. Jackie Greene and myself. She is launching Permission Room today, and I'm excited about that. My wife is thebomb.com. If you don't follow her, follow Dr. Jackie Greene. Forward City is going great. Our church is thriving and healthy even during this time. So I thank God for that. I don't take that for granted. And we've been working on music. That's right. A lot of the music. Speaking of music, today we dropped the playlist, the Love playlist. Make sure you go to anywhere where music is streamed or downloadable. Get your hands on that. So it's a lot pop locking in the world today. And I'm excited about it. This is Green Room. Every Friday at 3 p.m. I pause and hope that you take a pause too. To come and be refreshed and be rejuvenated. And today, we have a special guest. So I'm excited. Just waiting to hurry to get on. And then we are going to get this party started. Sam, I miss you, man. I love you, man. Y'all. So I'm in school. What's up, Stein? Ghana is in the building. I'm in school, and today I'm wrapping up 2 classes. So been typing all morning, all day, and I'm definitely not on schedule to be done with both of these papers by midnight. So keep me in your prayers. I have to get back to it as soon as I'm done with this. So, I need another phone. Steph, Cal, Norm. Let's get our guest on so we can get it popping. But I'm excited. It's going to be a really good day. I pray your week has been good. Do me a favor. Drop in the comments. Let me know where you are from. I want to know. Let me know where you are from. I don't know what Audio Mac is. Keychain? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm not like totally hip. So I don't understand. Like, if it's slang that is going beyond 2011, I'm just off. Sorry about that. But I'm excited. So let's get it popping. Do me a favor, drop in the comments, let me know where you are from. Need to know where you're from. It's a beautiful day. And I think next Friday I'm going to do something. I think next Friday I am going to start giving more information about what's coming up on my project. Maybe even talk about a few of the features and what's happening with that. So, I'm pumped, man. Kenya is in the building. Joe Bird. Let me tell you, man, I really love Joe Bird. I do. What's up, New Orleans? Tampa? Trinidad. I love Trinidad too, man. Nigeria, y'all already know that's second home. What's up? Carolina's in the room. What's good, my people? Maryland. What's up, everybody? Brazil is here. What is keychain? What is that? I don't know what that is. What is that? Hey, keychain family. Somebody explain to me. I just feel slow right now. What's up, VA? Kitchens? I don't know. I don't understand what that is. What up, Nico? Seattle is here. San Diego. Maryland was good. I love Tasha Page Lockhart. What's up, LA? Ghana, you know that's where wifey from. All right. I don't know. I don't know what keychain is. Oh, it's Kierra's fan club. I literally was so clueless. I was like, man, somebody help me.
Hey.
What up, girl?
How you?
People was like, keychain. I was like, what is that?
That's my those are my supporters.
I got it
They
now.
rock with me. Keychain, that's what it is.
Keychain, man. I was like, what am I missing? What's happening? It's like keychain in the building. You know, I'm like the
Yes.
worst on social media, so I don't be doing nothing. I'm so lost, man.
I understand. I understand. But
I
I
like
love them so much. Love y'all,
Keychain.
Keychain.
That's swag.
How you, bro?
I'm good, man. Look at the hair. Okay, wait a minute.
I'm doing the shoot and I just took
You
a
going to the
break.
ball? You going to the dance tonight?
To the ball, to the dance.
You told you. You going to the prom?
Not to the prom. No, I'm actually doing a shoot. We're prepping for the virtual tour, so that's what I was
Let's
doing.
go, man. Let's go. I'm so pumped
Yeah,
about that, yo. How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm excited about everything that's happening in my life. I feel good.
Listen, first of all, let me just say, but you already know this. I'll tell you in private, but let's just say it publicly. You are my all-time favorite. Easily on my Mount Rushmore. It's not even a question. Whenever I'm asked, it's an easy answer. Females for
Thank
me,
you.
Kierra, Leandria, Celine Dion. It's easy. I don't even have to think about it. Bang, bang, bang. Like, I love
What?
you. And I love
Thank
all
you.
of Kierra. Like, I love the old type stuff. I love the new stuff. I love the live stuff. I love the
Thank you,
studio stuff. And
Travis.
I mean, you already know this. I believe you are the most versatile singer, not just even a gospel.
Wow.
Like, I think period. There's not most people have a lane. They own the lane, but you have the
Yes.
ability to literally put on whatever hat you want to at any moment and kill it.
Thank you.
You could
Thank
be
you, bro.
orchestra, you could be pop, you could be hip hop. It's like you could be ballad, you could be ratchet, you could be lady, you could be. It's like you could just go there, and I love that, man. Where does that come from? How are you just Dumbo like that?
Thank you. First of all, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. It comes from me just wanting to, have great inspirations around. I grew up in the family of the Clark sisters. So seeing how my mom has had to turn off the churchy sound, put on the classical sound, looking at the different places she's been invited to. And then looking at people like Yolanda Adams. They're like classic singers, and I love a singer that can do the runs and the acrobats. But it's super inspiring when you can just hold a solid note. And I'll never forget, Travis, when I was recording, I think like my sophomore project with Warren and Eric Dawkins. Um, he said, when you do your notes, don't do that lift. And like our whole generation do, oh, and he was like, don't do that. Just hold a solid note. And when he said that, I was like, I can't hold a solid note. So I challenged myself and I said, I need to make myself more versatile. So I wanted to do that. I can also not just be in this disciple that's in the church, giving the saints what they need, but I wanted to go out into different places. So that was what inspired me to try to. But so that means a lot because it lets me know that I am stretching myself. Thank you.
Doing it, man. You winning everywhere.
Thank
Like,
you.
what is it? Are you tired? Cause you kill it right now.
I am sleepy. I've been waking up every morning at like 5 and 6 in the morning. But I'm charging into the game. It's a good time. So I'm not about to sleep on it. I ain't going to. I mean, of course I'm resting, but I'm not getting ready to, let that stop me. I gotta go. I gotta ride the wave. So I'm
I
going
love
for
it.
it.
So let's talk about the grind a little bit. That's the part of this that keychain and people just don't see that. They see the glamour and all of that, which is great. And it's our responsibility to provide hope and inspiration to people.
Yeah.
But like the grind of it is like the behind the scenes. Like people don't see like the late nights and the early mornings and the tour
Yeah.
buses and the planes and all of that. Like and you have longevity. Like, you young, but
Thank
you've been
you.
doing this though. So like, let's
Thank
talk about
you.
that. What are some things you do to stay you?
I remain a student at heart. I try not to think because I've been in the game. I actually was just talking to my mom about this morning, and I've been doing this with her debuting me, if I'll say it that, if you can say it that way. I was 9 years old, so I literally have been on the road since then. I'm 33 now. I think that's over 20 years. So a lot of times we can say, oh, I got this many years in the game and I don't have to learn nothing or can't nobody
Hmm.
tell me nothing. But one of the greatest lessons that I've learned from my village, my parents, my grandparents, and other inspiration is to remain a student at heart. That's what makes you timeless because you're okay with, working, being committed, but at the same time, being open to hearing somebody else. Of course, not letting them mold you into what they want you to be, but being okay with like, let me grow and stretch myself. So that's one thing. And sometimes that stretching is uncomfortable. It can be like you were saying, being on the road, doing the hustle and bustle, making the investment in yourself. It's not always pay and everything that we do. Sometimes it's a sacrifice and saying, you know what, this is a career move for me. It's not always a money move. So having to know when to go into those doors. And what else can I say? I mean, staying up late, obviously that comes with the territory. I've had a lot of sleepless nights, and I don't know if that answers the question, but I just try to stay working. I read and I listen and I watch. I don't know if
I
that
love it.
answers.
Am I connected to Bluetooth? People keep saying I'm echoing or something.
Oh yeah, so
Y'all keep calling me an
is that
echoer.
is
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I just people keep saying I'm
that better?
echoing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah, we're good. So, all right. So here's something else that a lot of people don't know about you because you are this bold lion on stage, right? And it's like when you go, and there are no limits, there are no parameters, there are no boundaries, there is no like max in your range. You could just go and go and go, and we all love that, and we all see that. But then I've been with you more times than I can count, off stage, in green rooms, hanging out wherever, and like you are super like tender and like meek
Thank
and like
you.
soft spoken and like all like, but that you're always that. Like, what is that? Like, how do you turn on and then it's just like I feel like I'm the same way. I'm loud and goofy and hoverboard all the time. It's just
Yeah.
what you see is what you're gonna get on and off stage. But it's like you almost like put on this Superman cape. Like you go Captain America on stage and then Steve Rogers off stage. What is that? Like, what is that?
Dang,
Is
that's a
that
good
like, is your
question.
family like that? Or your aunts or your mom like that? Like, is it just like DNA or what?
I guess I can say it is DNA because my mom is the same way. Like I'm actually super loud and it annoys the heck out of her. She hates when I do like the super loud choir singing and everything. But she's this, like you said, she's like a lion when she's on the stage. So I think it is DNA. My aunt Dorinda is the same. She's very soft spoken. Everybody kind of has like a whisper to them. But when they get out on stage, it's completely different. I don't know if it's the adrenaline or if it's the excitement of seeing other people actually getting something from you. I
Yeah.
can say I'm super hyped when I see that a crowd's energy is like on 100. I'm like, oh, this y'all ready for it this way? Let's go. So I think that's one of the things, and I just love having fun. If I can dance and jump around, sometimes I'll say for me that's actually my outlet. I can be in my personal time, in my mind, like all in my mind, hard on myself, overthinking things. My friend just bought me a shirt that says "currently overthinking." So when
Wow.
I get out of that space, I guess ministry and me being on the stage, that moment is just I'm letting some things out, if that makes sense. I think it is DNA and my outlet, if that makes sense.
I love it. I love it. Yo, everybody share. Keychain is in the building. Y'all share Travis and Kierra hanging out for a few minutes in the green room. So y'all let everybody know so we can get more people in to be a part of this amazing conversation. Kierra, I got another question for you. Let's talk
Yes.
about pressure. Like, you are a part of gospel royalty, literally. I mean, your grandmother is legend. As some people just became hip through the movie, but anybody who knows gospel knows your grandmother's a legend. Your mom is a legend in her own right. Your aunts in their group they're legendary, and then you're birthed into this. Let's talk about like pressure and expectation. Did you ever feel that, or was it just a natural love for music, or was it like Michael Jackson, like the pressure's on, like we're all looking at you and we're waiting for you to like be great?
It is a lot of pressure. However, it definitely has made me who I am. And that includes like my mom was just telling me, you have to stop being, Travis, and I'm sure you're probably the same way, being that you're this genius as an artist and you're also a pastor. We have to play back things and consider possibly what the people are saying. Does it come across as what I desired, like my heart's desire? And then we got to kind of play, I don't like to say devil's advocate, but you know what I mean when I say we got to kind of critique ourselves from both routes. So I'll definitely say it is pressure. And for years, I've had the pressure of, or even me just in my mind, do they want me to sing like my mom? Do they want me to work this song like my
Mm-hmm.
aunt? Or do I have to hit these notes? Because for a long time, I would say for maybe like 10 years, I would say 5 to 10 years of my career in the beginning, I was having a hard time with my vocal stamina. I was always getting hoarse. And I would get so embarrassed and I would feel like, Lord, I don't think this is what I'm supposed to do, because I should not be getting hoarse after 2 and 3 songs.
Mm.
And I had to learn how to pace myself. And then just feeling depleted, like you can't do what you know you can do on stage. So yes, it's a pressure of wanting to measure up to my mom and them, like you said, and knowing what they have done in the game as legends. And it's like, well, what you gonna do? And I will say that I felt that energy when I walk in the room, and I still do sometimes, but I think just because I've matured over time, I'm just like, I'm gonna give what I can, and that's it.
Yeah.
You take it or you leave it. But absolutely, it's definitely a pressure that comes from the outside, but it's definitely a pressure that I give myself that can be unhealthy, but healthy sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've seen the memes, and like all the church boys are like flipping out. All the musicians are going crazy. It's like a whole thing. I'm in Columbia, South Carolina, and it's a whole thing here. I mean, from one of my married friends who's a worship leader who's just a nut. His name Kenny Smith.
Ah,
Shouts to Kenny here in South Carolina. I mean, some of my musicians, everybody's like, it's a thing right now. What is the world going to do? I think the same thing's going to happen when Jonathan McReynolds get engaged, but it's like the Bachelor and the Bachelorette of gospel.
yeah.
Sorry, John. He hates when I go there, but it is what it is. And
It is what it is.
it is what it is. So like, so it's a thing right now with Kierra's now like engaged, and like it's like you knocked the wind out of all the church boys and musicians. Let's just talk a little bit about that. First of all, congratulations. You look
Thank
so happy.
you.
I know you're happy.
Yes.
You pumped up?
I'm so pumped up. I'm so happy, and I feel liberated and free because he's a good guy. I feel like he's like the male version of myself, and we're just
Wow.
getting along really well. And I have my parents' blessing, which I'm a daddy's girl.
For
So
sure.
outside of being a daddy's girl, he's my covering. He's my pastor,
Yeah.
and he's been the voice of the Lord in my life. And so that just all makes me feel really good. And then the way my grandfather has just agreed with it so much, I'm just like, okay, this is just, it makes me nervous with how much of a good thing it could be. So I'm really excited. I'm happy. And yeah, I grew up with him. So he's one of those guys that I never would have thought. I wouldn't even think about giving him a chance. But we were at a jurisdictional meeting, you know, like we do. I'm Kojic. So we have a lot of services, and I'm like, I wish some services would equate to perks into heaven, because as much as we go to church, but we were at a jurisdictional meeting, and I text my mom, and I was like, Mom, is Jordan, is he married or something? And she was like, no. Well, my mom thought he was engaged, and she was like, no. And I said, but I want to make sure. So I talked to his sister-in-law, and she wasn't supposed to say nothing, and she said something. And so this is what it came out to be.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
Really true. It's a longer story, but
but that's great. I mean, no, thanks for even sharing that much. That's so dope, man. That's
yes.
so dope. And so then y'all just started hanging out, and then y'all fell in love, and it just took off.
It took off fast. And I think what floored me is that he was at church when I didn't want to be at church. It was during the jurisdictional meeting. That's when you got like, I don't want to, you just got weird things. You got really churchy moments. And it's like, he wasn't the guy that was just there for the Sunday. He was there for the entire week. Wow. And I'm like, why is he here? And then of course he walked in with his swag and his super like, kind of, he got like his godly thing, but he got that rough side to him. I'm like, okay, I asked questions. But yeah, it was really special, and it went fast. At first we thought we were going super fast, but I had peace, he had peace, and I'm excited to see. I'm not gonna talk like I know it all and like we married already, but I'm looking forward to see where we're going.
Yeah, I love the fact that he knew you before.
Yes.
Like that's important, and I think it becomes more difficult for artists or stars or however you want to, name it, once trying to find someone with the right intentions and the right motives after everything pop off. Like, man, that has to be really difficult.
Yeah. And he's so chill. I think that's the other thing that attracted me to him, because he's not fazed by my world. He's not impressionable, if that's the word.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like my wife. That. Yes. And I get that from your wife, from my sister. I love her. She's so chill. And she seemed like she'd tell the truth at any moment. I don't care who's around.
For sure. So. She could care less.
Yeah.
She's not impressed at all with nothing. It was so funny when I first started. I used to get so excited about meeting people, right? And so you don't have this story because you've been famous since you were 2. But the rest of us, I used to get so excited. It was like, oh my God, I just met Ty Tribbett. Like, oh my God, I'm calling everybody. You know what I'm saying? I cannot believe John McKee just called my phone. I'm literally running around the mall, literally calling my mom about crying. I cannot believe Kurt Franklin knew my name at an ATM in Nashville. Just like random stuff, Yes. I remember those moments, and I'll call her and be like, yo, I mean, her name's Jackie, but I call her Kat. So I'll call her and be like, yo, Kat, you won't believe who I just met, man. Just like, okay. Right. She's like, dude, they just people, homie. Like, it ain't a big deal. Like, I don't care. That's so perfect. But she's sweet. She's still sweet, and she's still warm and embracing. And I think having that around, which is why I gravitate towards y'all whenever I see y'all. Having that around, it shows you that I can be real, but I can also be level-headed and still give you like this Christ-like, disposition where, because we think real is to be cutthroat, to have no regard for somebody's feelings. And I think that having that around, which I find in this guy, I love it. I love it. That's amazing, man. One reason I love that my wife isn't impressed by people, because she really like kind of healed me from that, because I didn't know, but like if you're impressed with people, then oftentimes you can be tempted to try to impress people. Right. And like they're connected. And I didn't know that, but it made a lot of sense the more I matured and just being around her and watching her composure and her swag. It was like, dude, just get over it. Like, just people, man. Like, calm down. Whatever God has, he has, and it's gonna work.
Yes.
So,
How long y'all been married, Travis?
oh man, December makes 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, but we've been together for 13 years.
Wow. Did you
Yeah,
know she was the one
yeah.
when you asked her to marry? What was that like? Were you nervous? What happened?
I was convinced. So
Okay.
I think I was nervous. I mean, so I met her when she was 19, and so she was in college. I met her like it's the craziest event how it went down. We were at an event. I was supposed to sing in college, and then I ended up not singing. I ended up preaching. Molly was on keyboard. I mean, it's 13 years ago.
Wow.
So he's on keys, and I'm up there, and then I start preaching and prophesying, and then I lay hands on all the college students out there. And then in the parking lot
Wow.
after all of that, I met her. And then we end up, a few months later, like just like hanging, and it was just boom, it took off. So it was off and on for like 3 years because of me and my immaturity. But then when I finally grew up,
Oh.
around 2010, I grew up, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to chill, man.
Okay.
So we
I
got
love
married. It was
it.
great. It was great, man. We got married, and we got the 3 boys. So it's great now.
Congratulations on showing us that it's so possible.
Yeah, and it's fun, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. The only thing I hated engagement. That right there, because our engagement was 11 months, and it was brutal.
Really?
Oh man.
Why? What was the
Oh,
brutalness?
oh man. So we got engaged on my birthday, January 17th. We didn't get married until December 17th because she wanted this big, illustrious
Me
wedding, and
too.
this whole coming to America thing. And so her dad from Africa, so they had this. I mean, it was a big joy, and I didn't care about none of that. So
Yeah.
11 months for someone in their early 20s who is like trying to be saved is brutal. Like because in your mind, for a guy, I can speak for a dude. When we put the ring on you, we done. Like, we're not looking nowhere else. It's over, right? So it's like in our minds, we're married right there, right there. The wedding don't do nothing for the dude. When we give you the ring, like that's it. When we make that investment financially and emotionally,
Yes.
it's over. Like, it's done. So I was married in January, but we weren't married until December. So it was like, man, this is trash, man. I hated it. I hated it.
You know what's funny, Travis, is I've asked my father, I said, Daddy, can you just marry us and we can secretly get married so that we can go ahead and do the will of the Lord
That's
as
the
married
way.
people?
That's the way. That's the
Because,
way.
but I
I'm cool
still
with that.
want my, I still want my wedding. So I'm the same way, and it's like 11 months away. We just counted it. We just talked about a date, so I feel the same way. I want it to happen
I'm
now.
telling you, man. Like, I'm all about that courthouse life. I'm all about it. We didn't do it, but I'm all for it. I would have been cool with going to the courthouse that weekend and just like we still do a little wedding. You can cry, but man, my God,
See, I
it's up.
So now I don't know what you just did, because now I'm like concerned. Like, should we go ahead and do a winter wonderland wedding and just make it? Should we go ahead and do it in
I'm
December?
telling you, it's that 11 months is no joke, and it gets more and more and more difficult. Like, it's no joke. Being saved and being engaged is not what's up, man. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, and
Especially if you're local. If you're local, it's worse. You know what I'm saying? If you like in Cali and you in Detroit, it's like, whatever. But like, if y'all like round the block, man, it sucks, man.
yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard, and I'm gonna be very transparent. He's so fine to me. He's so handsome. So I be having to tell him I want to jump on you. So maybe we should leave right now.
Yo, help the people. Help the people.
You're
It's
not
true.
making it no better. So I think I'm gonna go and revisit this conversation
I'm
with the
telling you,
bishop.
man. I'm telling you, we had to have like strong boundaries, like, and because it wasn't her, like that's the same thing. Like she is, I mean, y'all know my wife. She's super duper fine. She been fine since she was 19, and she gets finer every year. I'd be like, dang, girl. Like literally every time I see her to the day, I'd be like, this is crazy. Like
I
you is like really fine. So we had to have
love
like
it.
strong boundaries. Like, man, other people got to be at the house. Like all of that. Like we ain't
Okay.
like in order to survive, and we had some close calls, but that was the only it sucked though, man. It wasn't fun.
Really?
I'm not here for it.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go back and ask.
Take me to the judge every day, all day.
Okay, okay. Oh, you ain't make that better, PT. You did not make that better.
Let's go, Jordan. Let's go.
You did
Last
not make
dance.
that
Let's go,
better.
Jordan.
Oh, you did not
No,
make that
man.
better.
I'm telling you, man. It's going to be great, though. Your marriage is going to be awesome, man. We speak God's blessings over it. Your family's going to be awesome, man. And I heard great things about the guy, man. So I can't wait to meet him.
Thank you. I think he on here. I think I just saw his name. Hi, babe.
What up, homie? I heard great things, man. So
Yeah.
that's big time. That's big time. He won. He won big. Every saved guy in the world is depressed. It's 2020 has been rough for guys for saved guys. We had Kobe, we had COVID, we had Floyd, and now we got Kierra. It's just like bang, 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 bang. Like it's a lot. This year is really tough, man.
It has
So,
been, seriously, but I'm so excited.
yeah, you should be, man. I'm excited for you. My wife was screaming. She was like, "Guys, he engaged." I was like, "Hey, I don't know. Norman told me."
Thank you. I'm excited too because I'll be honest, as a woman, a millennial, I was concerned, like, is this possible to have someone that's dope, that loves the Lord, that will, like you were talking about, respect those boundaries and be strong when I'm weak. And
Yeah.
from experiences before, I didn't really have many. Not that I've dated 20 guys, but I didn't have dating experiences where guys valued abstinence and just doing the will of the Lord, praying together. And he'll just grab my hand and just start praying. And I'm just like
Go,
blown
preacher.
away. Yeah.
Let's
Oh
go.
my God. So
Let's
I'm
go.
just blown away. It's like you see him, but is it really possible? So I feel good about my decision and I receive your blessing. Thank you so much.
I love it. So we got a lot. I'm sure we got a lot of single women on here. Like, let's minister to them. Like, how, you're 33, so you've taken your time. You didn't jump out there. You didn't marry wrong. Speak to like a young lady who's like feeling that pressure of, because I think it's a different pressure for women and guys. Just knowing how my wife does ministry and the people she speak with, it's different. Dudes, we like 40, like, I guess, I guess I get married now. It's just like we'll play Madden until we 58, and like then we'll be like, I'll just marry somebody young, like whatever.
Yeah.
But women, it's like you got the pressure from your family, then you just like this whole biological clock thing and this whole like pressure to like, I want to make sure I'm not getting unequally yoked and all of that stuff. Like, how do you balance that world, and what would you say to a young lady who feels that pressure right now?
I would say take your time. I think at one point in my life, I was so ready to be married that I was making myself a wife to a boyfriend, and they literally carried the mentality of just a boyfriend, something temporary. It was not promising, and so what I've learned is to date and take your time. My father often drives the root word of dating is data, and that's simply to collect information to see if they are the right one.
I like that.
And he's always encouraged me, know that you're the prize. And I started doing some research, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna live by the standard of Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton never goes on sale. Doesn't matter the circumstances.
Wow.
And so I told myself, stop putting yourself up for discount. Make sure if you don't value yourself, then no one else will value you. So I started doing that, and then I also stopped being so shallow with my thinking. So I had conversations with my nana and conversations with my mom. And my nana would say, I didn't like your granddaddy. He was country. He was this. She said, sometimes you got to fix him up or pick him up or whatever. And when she said that, I started paying attention to the qualities outside of the material things that my grandfather brought to the table. He brought to the table those things that are intangible, which is integrity, honesty, love, and faith.
Come on.
And I was like, you know what? Those are the things that I want to value more. So those, I would encourage the single woman to look in the inside first. And if he got some teeth problems, you can get his teeth fixed. You can get some braces. You can buy anything now.
Anything.
Yeah. So I would encourage you to take your time. If you're young, date. Just how guys I don't think I should say that on here, so I'll not say that. Thank you, Holy Ghost. But just how guys play the game, you play the game. You don't got to be a whore, but you can play the game and see what's out there. And because sometimes if we just immediately make the first one, the first guy that treats us nice, our husband, we don't know what we cutting off. You don't know what you really like or what you really love, or you can outgrow who you say, you know what, my high school sweet, which is nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to outgrow my spouse. And so that's a lot. I could go on and on and on, but staying prayerful. I have also prayed and asked the Lord, take the taste out of my mouth for those things that I have tasted before, and don't allow me to be driven by my flesh. Like, don't allow me to be driven by a size and sex. Don't allow, like, really have me to choose a life partner that is pleasing to your sight. So just changing your prayers and taking your time, and don't worry about people saying you got to get married or your clock is ticking. The Lord will open your womb up when it's time. Just
hey, come on, Sarah.
Yeah. Right.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Let's talk about this record, which is smashing. From the day it came out, it's killer. It took over all the charts. Your keychain is crazy, and they off the chain in here. They've been naming your baby. They is just they are from a whole nother planet. They going wild up in here.
They are.
The record is incredible, man. It's awesome. What's your favorite song?
Oh my God, Travis. I say this with so much humility. I love this record so much. The whole record is just so good to me. I can't.
Isn't that a good feeling though? Like when you have a project that you actually love everything, when the artists don't have skip tracks, you know it's a good record. Yeah.
I can't, and I can honestly say that there are some records that I put out where it was definitely skip tracks, but each song literally for me gives a vibe. Even the studio record, the studio part of the record, I just feel good about it.
That Grateful boy. Woo! Woo! It ain't even that deep. Be grateful. I was like, my God. I love that joint, man.
Thank you, Travis. I'm excited, and now I will say this: what I'm nervous about, bro, is I've been praying like, Lord, please let me put out just as good of some heat that I did on this record on the next one. Because now when we talked about pressure, that's some pressure for sure. Because you don't want to. I mean, what does that feel like? You know, you defeating yourself. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I try not to get in that space, man. You know, I think the magic happens when you turn off the noise, you know, and Kirk has been just the greatest at this, and he's really been a great teacher with this, is that, like, don't even think about radio. Don't even think, like, leave that to them. You know what I'm saying? Let Phil and Norman and Dr. Holly and all of them do their thing, but, like, we stay pure to our art. And I think for me, that's been kind of the thing for me. I refuse to bring into a new project like, oh man, well, what about this song, or, you know, any of that. Like, I just want to be honest to where I am. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, you know, if I like it, I'm good with that.
Right. I love that. I'm definitely going to embrace that and work on it. And I did do that before because I think it was Free. That was such a great body of work, and it didn't get much airplay. And God gave me that material, and it came from a really rocky place and unsure place for me. And when I saw how radio was responding, just how you said, I tried to get out of that. Now it's just a matter of just completely walking in it and really just like avoiding that way of thinking. So I definitely will take heed to that. And really
it's healthy, man. It's healthy. And I think it allows us to give purity to, you know, the consumers and the listeners. Yeah, because they don't care, you know, like that. And so I think it always annoys me when you can hear it too. You can hear where people trying to like write for radio.
Right.
And it's like, come on, man. Like, can we talk about something? Can we really, you know, move the needle for this genre? And so that's what I love about artists like yourself, Jonathan. I mean, the list goes on and on of artists that just like, you can tell you walk into a project like, nah, whatever. Like, this is where I am. And
Yeah,
that to me is true artistry. Like, I ain't
absolutely.
trying to sound like this person. I ain't trying to do that. Like, man,
Yeah.
when I get a Kierra record, I want Kierra. I don't want, you know,
What she
some,
thinks we want.
yeah, man. Like,
Yeah,
no, like nobody wants that. So I
absolutely.
that's what makes me grateful for this record, is that it's like it's you.
Thank you. But you know what? I guess I will say it keeps happening has been the song of this year for me because with like the pandemic and losing my grandmother and like there are really some moments where I was like, what the heck is happening? But that declaration, I really am working to like just create a poster and put it in my home and frame it because
Hmm.
I literally have seen those words manifest in my life. So I guess that's one of the best songs on the record. I say that. I don't want to say it's my favorite because Human and Grateful is my favorite, and Things You Do, and Something Has to Break. I'll follow. It's just so much. So, but
Yeah.
that has been, I've been living off of that.
Yeah. So 2020 has been a big, big, big year for you.
Yeah.
I'll jump out there and say it. I can't speak on behalf of you, but it's probably one of the biggest. It has to be top three of the biggest years of your life.
For
Be,
sure.
Easily, because you're talking about the biggest record, the biggest movie, engagement. It's a big
Yeah.
year, and it's all like back to back to back to back. So like, man, emotionally, it's like I don't know. It's like, and then you dealt with tragedy,
Yeah.
so it's like you like high, boom, high, kind of
Right.
all over the place. Like, I can't imagine, what that's like. Let's talk about the movie,
Yeah.
which is
Uh,
massive, so good. Like, let's talk about like the preparation of that and the actual filming of that. Was it surreal being your mom?
it was, and I'm gonna be honest. At first, I didn't want to do it, because I was concerned about the pressure that comes with Hollywood, and I guess I have to get used to it because it is a part of the world that I am called to, I guess. But I didn't want to
And you
really.
did an incredible job. You were
Thank
great.
you, thank
You were
you.
great.
But it became personal for me, and I think when I talked to my village, which that is my parents, I talked to Dr. Holly as well, and she was like, "I don't think you want to pass this opportunity." And my dad said the same thing, so I was like, "Okay, this might be confirmation." But we went on and talked about it, and I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." But it became personal for me because I said, "You know what? I want to do this and perform for my mommy, and not just for the world."
Wow.
Because sometimes my mom and my aunts, they can sometimes you know how trailblazers are just being in the game. You can over criticize yourself and maybe feel like your time is up or I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I wanted that to be my way of encouraging them and saying, no, y'all are timeless and we still are living off of your material,
For
your
sure.
ministry. And so that's how I took it. So it was surreal. And then to see the success of the film, I'm like, what the heck is going on? God is just blowing me away. And it was special, though. It was special. And I had moments when I was crying because I'm like, I wish my grandmother was here to see that all
Wow.
that she went through, it actually went out to the
Man,
world.
man.
So,
That's powerful. I saw a clip, and we're about to roll here in a second. I saw a clip of your mom and your aunts meeting the woman who played your grandmother. Were you there when that happened?
yes, when they fell into her arms.
Yeah. What was that like? Like,
So when I saw her, I kind of had the same response, but it made me tear up because I remember how hard my aunt Dorinda took my grandmother's death. And
mm,
when I saw her fall in her arms like that, as if she just lost strength in her limbs,
mm,
that broke me. And I was
wow.
just like, wow. It was almost like I was like, was Grandma resurrected or what is happening? But it was really a special moment. And then it was really I don't even it leaves me speechless to be honest. I don't know. It was great.
Wow. That's awesome. All right. Last question. It's hard. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Top five Mount Rushmore artists.
Say it again.
Top five artists.
Oh, what the heck?
Any genre. Top five. Dead or alive. Top 5. Give it to me. Top 5.
That is not easy, PT.
I told you it was gonna be hard.
Okay, of course I say my mom. Of course I say Beyonce. Joe. This is so hard. What? Dietrich.
Mom, Beyonce, Joe, Dietrich.
That's 4 already?
That's 4.
I am so sorry to be in this space right now. This is so hard.
It's hard. It's a hard question, man.
My mom, Beyonce, Joe, DJ. I'm just gonna say Hezekiah Walker.
Dietrich and Hez. That's your top 5.
It's not, but
Mom, Beyonce, Joe, Dietrich, Hez.
yeah, because you got Mary J. Blige, you got Faith Evans, you got.
It's a lot of them out there.
You got
Brandy.
Brandy. You got Michael Bublé. You got Nat King Cole. You have Layla Hathaway. You got the Winans.
Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder,
James Brown.
James Brown.
I can listen to PT
every day, all day.
I love, he can. I think a lot of people were caught up on his entertainment.
He can really sing.
Oh my God.
He can really sing.
That's hard.
It's hard, man.
Top 5. Travis Greene. Jonathan. That was so hard.
It's hard. It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one. I do that with my friends often, and we just argue and scream at each other because they be saying some crazy stuff. I'll be like, "Come on, man."
Oh my! And what's the girl's name? I'm gonna swing from the chandelier.
Oh crap.
What's her name?
Sia.
Yes.
Something like that.
I don't know what it is about her, but I love her.
And
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
See, you said 5. That's already like 20. That's impossible. 5 is impossible.
It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard.
What are your 5? I need to know now.
Oh man, my Kierra, Leandria, John Key, James Brown, and how many is that?
Kierra, Leandria, James Brown, John Key, 4.
We talking artists or we talking singers?
Oh, now you're gonna get technical. Y'all can dance. Y'all can get y'all shot. Go.
I'll round with Michael Jackson if we talking artists. If we talking the whole presentation, the whole thing.
Oh, Travis, that's not fair.
And then I got a different category for like my top 5 women. I got a different one for my top 5 guys. I got a different one for vocalists. Vocalists, it's you, Lee, Daryl Walls, Zacardi. Like my vocalist is a whole nother. So just depends.
Zacardi, Daryl Walls.
It's some monsters out here, man.
No,
but we're talking about artists that I can just I would just play. I play John P. every day. I know, that's my guy, man.
Okay, and then you said that Aja from the Walls.
She cold.
I don't understand.
She's cold too. It's a lot though. It's a lot of amazing artists. I always like doing that. I like putting the guests on the spot at the GreeneRoom like that for your Mount Rushmore. Because it's hard to do. And then you think about it later on in the day, you be like, oh my God, I forgot such and such.
Crazy.
It's hard, man.
The
It's
police are
amazing.
pulling us over, Travis. They're telling us that we can't be here.
Oh, my
They're
lamb.
saying we can't
I
film.
love you. Keychain, I love y'all. Kierra,
I
I
love
love
you.
I'll hit you later, baby girl.
Okay, love you so much.
Thank y'all for tuning in with GreeneRoom again. I will see y'all next Friday. God bless your hearts and your parts. We out.
Love you. Bye.